Welcome to Texas Tech Talk, a podcast that highlights the programs being offered by DSDT's Killeen Branch campus, located at 4301 East Stan Schleter Loop, building number 1, here in Killeen, Texas. We provide adult education in various fields like cybersecurity, AI, and even digital marketing. We also intend to keep it lively with some talk about tech, games, cybersecurity, AI, whatever we have. I'm one of your hosts, Dr. Jesse Harris Jr., and along with your co-hosts, Mavinga Warner and Nghia Lam. We hope that you find this both informative and engaging. Gentlemen, tell them a little bit about your program. Let's see. Let's
start with Nghia.
Yeah, Mr.
Oh,
Lam,
okay. Yeah. Okay, start with me. Okay. So, hello guys. I am the AI instructor at DSDT. My program is the AI program, especially machine learning specialist. So in this program, we mostly work with stuff like natural language processing, AI API integration, as well as stuff like AI in the real world, generation, computer vision, overall the main subjects, right? But we're also going to branch out into like ChatGPT, Hugging Face, and maybe try to get some certifications under that right now.
Okay.
Yep. But overall, I'm going to pass it back to Mr. Warner over there in that red shirt, if you haven't seen him yet.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. My name is Mavinga Warner, and I will be Mr. Harris's co-host today. I am your Network Plus instructor, as well as will be your A Plus instructor, and then I'll be taking over everything Mr. Harris was doing, and I'll be your CSP instructor. In my program, we learn the basics of computers, how to be a good PC technician. We learn what makes a computer work, what a computer is. We learn how to do stuff on the network. We learn about protocols. We learn about VPNs.
Okay.
I'll even throw in some extracurricular things.
Yeah. Okay. Way to entice them, sir.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Well.
You got some extracurricular already.
All right. That's worth looking into there. Yeah, definitely that. We are excited to be able to bring you for our transitioning soldiers and veterans what we call our CSP, or Career Skills Program, and that is an intense 10-week course that you would come on campus to participate in, and it's going to cover everything from Network Plus to Security Plus, and finally to CISA. We do boot camps, and we also help you with your career goals. We help you with resume creation, as well as have you interface with various employers so that we can try to get you employed as well. The goal there is to give you a one-stop shop to do everything that you need to do in order to make your transition into the civilian lifestyle complete from a workplace perspective. Okay. All right. Well, that is fantastic. Okay. So what's next on the list, gents? We're going to talk about who's got the first story.
Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes of everything.
Yeah.
Okay. What we here for?
Now that we got the particulars out of place,
Yes.
Mr. Nghia, would you like to grace us with your wonderful topic?
Yeah, your topic
For the Tech Talk?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so let me pull this up really quickly.
Nghhia's Tech Talk.
Who knew?
Nghhia's Tech Talk.
Who knew?
Nghhia's Tech Talk.
Yes, welcome to my TED Talk. Not specially sponsored, by the way. Just you know. So recently, as you guys know,
Yes.
the new ChatGPT 4.0i, I'm pretty sure is what's called.
Okay.
So the new integration, I'm kind of flabbergasted at how fast it's increasing over the last 3 years.
Okay.
So ChatGPT alone, I'm pretty sure you guys know of it, right? A lot of people know of it. Is a crazy implementation of general AI itself. If you guys don't know what general AI is, it's the movie-like generation of AI. So when they think of robots or general intelligence, like us humans, right? That's what they pretty much think about as generative AI.
Okay.
So 4.0i, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. There has been a massive increase still, but it actually wasn't as significant
Okay.
as from 3.5 to 4, if you guys didn't know that. From 3.5 to 4, it was a massive increase. It was insane. Because I remember from 2022 to 2023, 4.0 came out the end of 2023. And it was a crazy thing.
Okay.
But the new version, crazy, but not as much. So it looks like it's a little bit decreasing because of certain factors related to how much. I'm pretty sure it's how much data. I still need to look at some more research on it.
Sure.
But it looks like we're probably gonna strand away from more generative and more expert stuff with agents. And so that's what I'm thinking the future is gonna be like with the AI atmosphere.
With that expansion of ChatGPT, because who doesn't use ChatGPT these days?
Yeah.
Somebody's using it somewhere right now. How is that advance going to affect the everyday man side of ChatGPT? People are just using it to write their emails and work on their resumes. Is this advanced stuff going to bleed over into the?
So if you're talking about the expert systems,
Sure.
exactly. It's not going to be it's not going to affect probably that much, in my opinion, of course, because if you start talking about stuff like resume writing, or any of like the particulars about like emails and stuff, you need to have, an expert system is focused on one main thing. Think about it as a domain researcher, right?
Okay.
A person with highly expert, domain knowledge on one subject.
Okay.
That's what the expert system of the AI is going to try to get you, right? So, in other words, people, of course, can try to create something like that. I feel like it would be really useful for resume writing.
Sure.
But email writing, I don't think they're going to be an expert system, especially for email writing, right?
So
I don't think it would necessarily. I feel like you're looking at it too granular in terms of email writing, because you're just looking at it. AI just writes the email for you. No, some people are probably looking at it as, hey, this agent can go through my emails, source everything, what's a priority, what's not a priority, responds like me.
So that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
would be that'd be great.
Yeah, but that's definitely a higher end kind of function. Somebody's going to come out and show people how to do that one.
I mean,
I'll have an API that says, hey.
Well, no, if you have an agent, if you can create an agent can do that.
But that's that's fascinating. That's going to be pretty good. And for research, it's going to be
for research, it's going to be very interesting.
Incredible.
I think the reason why, though, I feel like the reason why there was such a jump from 3.5 to 4.0 was because it was at that point where, they introduced, from 2021 to 2023 is when ChatGPT really started to get put on the map.
Right.
And so it's being trained on all of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so as it's being trained on all of that, of course, when they go from 3.5 to 4, all that data that has been trained on for like 2 years, it's going to dramatically improve.
We fail to realize the sheer volume. Oh, what happened?
Nothing.
Just turn off. Yeah.
Oh, it was just a moment. We fail to realize the sheer volume of data that we create every year. We do. We have no idea. We just data, whatever.
Yeah, no, we
You
don't.
ain't telling me.
That stuff we create, whatever. And then on top of that, the data about data. So the metadata. You see what I'm saying? So it's like this snowball. We got this little piece right here. When we roll it down the hill, it gets bigger, bigger, and bigger. And by the time it gets down to the bottom of the hill, man, it's big enough to crush a whole city.
Yeah.
It's like that. And we really don't think about that. But all of that data, whether anybody says it or not, matters. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Like, I don't know. Like I said, man, someday some kids are going to sit down and say, hey, I need to research just the creation of data. Think about that.
Yeah.
And all the empirical work that's been done and researched on with that. Man, that kid, man, he's going to have because, man, we was just happy when computers were first invented. We were just happy to have megabytes. Now they like looking at yottabytes. They like, what? We ain't got time for that.
No, you see, that segues perfectly into
Your topic?
to my topic.
All righty, sir. Well, please.
Hello, people. Mavinga Warner here again. Yes. Okay, so my tech topic for the week was actually about the Bloat USB storage device.
Okay.
It features an astounding 8 kilobytes. Yeah, you heard me right. 8 wonderful kilobytes of memory storage.
Ooh.
It's amazing. Yes. Basically, the reason I brought this up is because if you wanted 1 gigabyte of this flash drive, it would cost $7 billion.
Really?
$7 billion.
Framed your mouth to say $7 billion for 8, not gigabytes, not terabytes.
No. Okay, so no. If you wanted 1 gig,
1 gig.
1 gig
is
$7
$7
billion
billion.
for
1 gig.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes.
How you even form your mouth? I could see some husband going home, honey.
Okay, so listen, folks. There's a reason. There is a reason. Okay, this flash drive is made with something called ferroelectric RAM. Yes, you heard me right. Ferroelectric RAM.
Okay. That's new.
It's been around for years, delivering ultra low power consumption, faster writes, and ultra long endurance. 1 million billion
Okay.
read and write cycles.
Wow.
Compared to EEPROM or NOR flash. That's just 2 other flash mediums that we use.
But those read and write cycles are important because that determines how long a drive lasts.
Yep.
So essentially, you can have data on this drive for over 200 years and not worry about you losing your data.
Grandpa, tell me about your data. I put this picture on this drive in 1908 and still waiting on it.
Yep.
Listen here, sonny boy.
It might be only
Let me
half
tell
the
you
picture.
about something. Back in 2322, I had me a hologram of Tupac and Biggie. Can't find that sucker now.
Yeah, that type of thing. So
Man.
But that's crazy. The thing about, I think that storage in general is something that's more often than not overlooked because it's like the last line of defense.
Overlooked? What you mean?
What, storage?
Yeah.
Like security wise,
Because people, you know what people are concerned with when they think about storage. They're concerned with, can I access it? But they're not thinking about the capacity and all that stuff. In fact, if you think about it, even cloud storage, it's a kind of a la carte.
Really?
So yeah, because you pay for it as you go.
I mean,
and because so if I have a cloud account, let's say Azure or something like that, I have this allotable, okay, but it's not static; it's dynamic. And as I need more, elasticity says it'll give me more, but it's going to charge me more. So you see what I'm saying? So that's the whole big draw about that. But very folks, it's a double-edged sword. for your startups, it's attractive because they don't have to pay for as much.
True.
Right? They only pay for what they need. Kind of like Liberty Mutual. Shameless plug there, wasn't it?
Liberty bibbity.
Yeah. But no, seriously, but very few of them consider the fact that they're going to grow in 5 years because a business plan says where you're going to be in 5 years. And what you would have to do is forecast how much data you would use in those 5 years. You see what I'm saying? Which is really.
I see what you mean.
But yeah.
But
yeah. Yes, sir. What you got?
when you said that a lot of people are more, I guess, how to say this? A lot of people think about accessing,
Sure.
right, more than like
Than
storage
actually-
size.
yeah.
I feel like I kind of disagree with that.
Yeah, I,
That's
dis-
fine.
I actually
That's
disagree
fine.
with that
That's
too.
fine. It's fine to disagree
Yeah,
with me.
because right, the new COD 6, right, is 100.
Lord.
140 gigabytes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
on
sir.
release.
Yes, sir.
On release, sir. On release. The game
But
itself for zombies.
But see, if you're somebody that's downloading COD, you already have a drive that's gonna. You're not. If
want me to
you're
tell
a
you
COD head,
You want me to show you something right now? I could tell you.
Sir.
COD is actually more than 140 gigabytes.
I know it's.
Hey, that's an on release. I bet you is more now.
Well, yeah, because they had the map. The Citadel came out.
Yeah.
So of course that map, which I don't know how.
I
many-
bet you it's another 20 gigabytes at least. I bet you.
It's
Let me see.
not. No, it's not even about that, bro. What I'm trying to explain to you is the game itself.
It's not optimized whatsoever.
No, damn it. I wish I could show you how it installs.
Okay.
But the game itself, what it does is, you see, this is Call of Duty, right?
Sure.
But if I press
That's a
this,
container though. That's not really.
if I press this, it contains 3 different games.
Sure. It's a container, like I said.
Yeah.
So when they went to the subscription service, they now have a container. They can put multiple games in that container.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
understand
but
that.
it's
Yes, sir.
they still have other launchers for Black Ops Cold War. They still have other
Sure.
launchers for Modern
Absolutely.
Warfare. Yeah.
But the issue is when I download it. If I
Oh, look,
should.
this is it right here.
Yes.
This is what downloads.
But that's
I
but the
know
reason
that.
why the reason why that is because if you download the Blizzard launcher, because you don't have to download the Blizzard launcher. I run it from Steam and I don't have the Blizzard launcher at all. See what I'm saying?
I know. So the thing is with Blizzard, what Blizzard does, when you download Black Ops 6, it's gonna download Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone.
Yeah.
So this actual install file
It's huge.
now becomes. Let me
It's
put
huge.
everything together.
It be.
It already installed 248 gigs.
Why would I want? Well, but you know what?
It
If you're a person that wants all that, I don't want all
It already installed 248 gigs. Now there's another 167 gigs to install.
I know that because I deleted, literally, because it was 140 gigs.
But you don't play those other things.
No, exactly. So I got rid of them.
Yeah.
And it was still like 100 gigs.
Sure.
So I'm like, okay.
That's a lot.
Because what they're doing, I don't know if you ever go into the settings, what they do is they if you look in the settings, there's this thing called 4K texture
Yes.
texture streaming.
Is that why? Is
Yeah.
that why so? Oh, okay.
So you can actually choose to either download the 4K assets
Uh-huh.
Okay.
or not. Like if you go into the settings,
I mean,
you
if
can.
you're gonna go
okay.
through all the trouble of getting COD.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I would get the high quality
Yeah,
assets.
I'm not trying to play it on a potato.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
And so
play
now the regular, because I remember literally even 5 years ago, like 2 gigs of RAM, you're good.
Sure.
You're good.
It's not like that anymore. But that's
Who
gonna
the
happen.
hell 5 years ago 2 gigs of RAM? 5 years ago,
Yes.
We're gonna
bro.
put this up.
Yes.
You know that, right?
Hey, I'm talking about
No,
average
no,
people.
no,
I'm talking for
no,
average. You're
no.
not an average person.
Did
sir.
2 gigs of
Go.
Nia.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I didn't say 2 gigs. My bad.
Y'all
It's
breathe,
2
y'all
terabytes.
breathe.
2 terabytes.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
All right,
2
but
terabytes.
like, that's still
I'm about to put on my
overkill,
referee
bro.
uniform in a minute.
That's 5
man.
years
What's
Wait, but
this?
what are we talking about in terms of what though? Like,
I'm just
'cause
talking about gaming and how much storage you would need to store games back
Yeah.
in the day, like even 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Yeah, 2 terabytes was good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now-
but you can't. You better not just have 2 terabytes on your machine.
Sir.
Talking about downloading the game now. You
Sir, 2 terabytes now?
get one
Bruh.
game. You get one game.
I
But
have.
you gotta understand though,
But,
Nia, like
but
with
our
these,
expectations are higher.
with the way that assets are being generated now
Yeah,
and
it's
the
different.
quality,
Yeah, so
they're generating assets. They're generating video game assets at a 8 to 16K level,
yeah,
and then downscale it
sure.
so that
So
people
we're-
can play it.
So we're doing all the stuff that we dreamed about 5 years ago. Now we're doing it. So it's going to cost. There's always a cost. You know that.
The cost of
That's
storage.
that is the IT thing. Everything that we do costs. If we want to stream video, it costs us bandwidth. If we want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we want to download something, it costs us room on a storage drive somewhere. It's always a give and take, always. So, yeah, that's I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you, gentlemen. I thought I was going to put on my referee.
No, because this man,
but
no,
just-
'cause no,
Nah,
like come on.
But when I say 2 gigs, you know what I mean by 2 terabytes.
The reason I was coming at you was because it's like
Yeah.
I feel like this is I think this is across the board. I feel like nowadays in today's day and age, you should not buy a computer unless it has 16 gigs of RAM.
100%.
But that's the problem with that is that when folks want to buy a PC, they're not going to be looking at that. You know what they're going to do? They're going to go to Walmart and they're going to talk to Jimmy.
And that's the problem.
And
I
they're gonna
don't
talk to
get
Jimmy.
this stuff.
They're going to
man.
talk to Jimmy in the electronics department. Jimmy don't even
Jimmy
have
don't
a
know.
computer at home.
Jimmy don't know what a computer is.
Jimmy play
And,
games on his
apologies
phone.
to anybody
Exactly.
saying Jimmy, I'm not talking about you specifically.
I am.
I'm talking about, Stop it. But whatever his name is, they're gonna go, or her name is, they're gonna go in. They're gonna ask that person that they see in Walmart. I need a gaming PC, and of course they're gonna take them to this rig. The rig gonna cost $1,000 and some dollars, maybe $1,500. It's gonna have a 8 gig stick of RAM, maybe, and it's gonna have a not even a terabyte. It's gonna have like a 512
512
gig
gigabyte. Yeah.
hard
He-
drive.
you know what? He
and
ain't
that
even
person's
lying,
gonna pay
bro.
for it.
He not lying. He not
They're
lying.
gonna pay for it.
That's,
And I
that's how
bet
it be.
you, that thing has a 3060 now. 3060. It has.
Oh yeah, it ain't gonna have no top
Yeah,
of the line.
it's gonna have
card
a.
in it. You know better than that.
It's gonna be a okay.
It's gonna be by, and it's gonna be by like, I wish I had power. It won't be I power. I my power. It'd be, I wish I had power.
Wait, hold on.
That's-
I forgot. There is an actual topic I wanted to talk to you guys about.
Okay. All right, now
So
you're taking up a time.
something popped up
Okay.
on my feed today, right?
Okay.
And it was about something that AMD did, and I don't know if you guys are
I
aware
haven't
of this.
looked at any tech news
Are you
today.
talking
I've been
about
running the
the-
meetings, so I haven't really.
Keep going. Keep going.
So share it.
AMD decided that they will be discontinuing one of their best graphics cards in terms of bang to buck. They will be discontinuing the AMD Radeon 7900 GRE.
Oh wow.
Wait, they're discontinuing the GRE?
Bro, it's gone. You can't find it. You can't buy it anywhere. They
Oh, you can probably buy it on eBay.
No.
But you're gonna pay.
Oh, you probably gonna pay an arm and
You're gonna pay arm
okay.
and
So
two
I'm
legs for it.
gonna talk to you for a minute. I actually had a 7900 GRE before I got the one that's in there.
Yeah.
So what you running now?
That's the 7900 XT.
Okay.
So there's a 7900 XT, the XTX, the GRE. I think that's it, right? XT.
Isn't there a
XTX.
3D? I'm pretty sure.
No. The graphics card. You're talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the
processor.
graphic? Yeah, okay, yeah.
So, the 7900 GRE was a decent card. 16 gigs of GDDR6.
So this is the middle ground card?
It was a middle ground card.
But that's fine though. That's
But
good.
no. This is the crazy thing, Mr. Harris. It was marketed at a middle ground card with the cost being 4 and some change.
Wow.
That's
4 and some change. Now, listen, you listen, you following, right?
Yeah, exactly.
4 and some change. 7900 GRE, right? Affordable card. I was like, all right, let me get this. I went and got that card, put it in that computer with the 16 cores, running perfect. I was like, okay, running 1440p, high everything. I was like, this is amazing.
Okay.
What else can I do? That card, for $500, that card can game 4K.
Okay. Okay.
High frames.
Cool.
All you need to do, tweak it a little bit, push up the just tweak overclock a little bit
overclock.
because it has a lot. I actually overclocked it. I did a AMD overclock, and AMD their overclocking put it up. I think gave it like a 25-30% increase in performance.
Okay.
Fans, nice and cool.
Okay.
I was like, that thing has so much headroom. I think I didn't even break anything at like above 65.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't do anything over
leave that
30,
alone. I'd
like,
leave
to
it
be
alone.
honest.
Bro, it's
fantastic.
for 500. I'm
That's
like,
amazing.
if you can get your hands on that card, I would say scoop it up. Because when I got it, I was like, oh, this is great. But then I also had a 4090. So I'm like, I had to make a decision. I was like, I don't really need this. Plus, my wife keeps on nagging me about getting this ice maker. I was like, all right, whatever. I'll go get the ice maker.
You gotta sacrifice for
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I sacrificed and I got the ice maker. But let me tell you, man, that card, if you could get your hands on, that's a decent card. And if you have an AMD, processor, they work great together with their smart access technology.
Sure.
So it enables it to access. It enables the CPU to access the RAM on the GPU. Or
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. But I'm like, man, I was so heartbroken. I was like, damn, because I was actually looking to buy that card. I was looking to buy another one of those cards.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it says unlocks the DGPU memory for performance.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask one of my buddies about that. Okay, so I guess we can get to mine so we can kind of wrap this up, I guess, at some
Yeah,
point.
I forgot he had something to say.
So,
This guy.
Yeah,
You know,
this guy.
guy.
Yeah.
okay. So every gamer has a public facing life and a private gaming life that only their squad ups and online friends know about. I mean, that's just how it is. In Japan, it's no big deal to see a CEO be ranked in Call of Duty. Okay, in COD. In America, however, we still look at gaming as a waste of valuable time. I even wrote an article on this, and it's available on LinkedIn if you want to look at it. The effect of gaming and downtime on overall job performance. Got
Subtle
really
flex.
good feedback on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Subtle flex, by the way.
yeah. Anyway, on to my story, which is one of my favorite fighting games, guys,
Okay.
has made a triumphant return
Beep, beep, beep.
to PC after 27 years.
Yeah.
Virtual Fighter, R.E.V.O., just finished its open beta on PC, and it's getting rave reviews. Okay, I played it. Netcode's not bad. You can push it up to a 4K graphics.
Okay.
Got the rollback. Got that rollback.
Okay.
We don't play with rollback without rollback.
Okay.
But since it's a beta, they're still having they still have to tweak some stuff before it goes hot in January, obviously. Being a gamer that has been playing Virtual Fighter since it was in the arcades in the 90s, I'm excited to see both this and Virtual Fighter 6 when it does launch. It only costs $16. I mean, it's an age-old game, you know. So we're looking at Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, literally. That's, yeah, you know, you're not gonna pay, you know, because it's like almost 12 years old now. Yeah, it came out on the PS4 back in, goodness, 2014.
Yeah, but then my question is, how much would you pay for an unopened copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
It depends.
Oh, it depends mint condition.
Yeah, if it's still in the wrapper, you know, it depends.
Yes,
You know?
I'll pay some change.
I don't know why.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. There are some games, just like how you was talking about Virtual Fighter. There are some games. If I can get a unopened
I would
copy,
buy it. I would buy it.
I would buy it.
I'll buy an open copy of Black and White.
So that's funny that you said that. Because of that, Limited Run, which is a game that reprints old games,
Okay.
is making Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Fighter 4, and Virtua Fighter 5, okay, for both the PS4, the Saturn, and the 32X available, okay, for purchase. So you can go and get those old games with the books, the little cards that used to come in there for each character.
Yeah, but that's the reprint. You need.
I mean-
I want the
It was
original.
never
I mean, I'm
Mr.
just
Hyde,
saying
you
for
got-
folks that don't, okay.
You gotta remember. I'm
For
talking. No,
folks-
I'm talking about
For
when we
folks
grew
that
up.
don't know, you know, that's how they used to come. They used to come with all the little cards with the guys. You flip it over and it's got the moves on the back of it and stuff like that. That's good
Guys,
stuff.
when he says for folks that don't know, He's actually talking about Mr. Neo over there.
I'm talking for anybody that's watching that.
No. He talking about Nia because he was Nia was coming at him earlier, before the show started. But it's okay.
Before the show started.
Before the show started,
Hey, all I'm saying is they're kind of old. I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying. They
I'll take that. I'll take
yeah.
that.
And I'm not talking about.
I'll take that. That doesn't bother me. Being the oldest techie and gamer in the room is fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. Not worried about it at all. But like I said, gaming is not a waste of time. Science and research has proven that giving your brain downtime and being able to engage in something you enjoy has a lot of health benefits.
Oh yeah, the stress benefits are great.
So do that. I don't care what you do. I mean, whatever you enjoy playing, golf. I don't know, whatever your thing is.
there have been times where like I'll get on Call of Duty. And I'm like, I feel like it's at this point where it's just action. Like I just do it without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
I just go. Click, play with my friend, but sometimes like I don't like. It's just like it gets me angry when things don't go.
Yeah, well, it's definitely time for you to turn that off.
No, not
the
the game.
Keyboard goes flying across the room.
Not the
Mouse.
not the game per se, but like not the actual.
Yeah, just
not the action, but just like the gameplay, like in the game when I'm like, okay, I'm trying to play properly, but no, this asshole. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, they cut that out. Just leave it.
Yeah, I could cut it out. No, I could cut it out. So this person over here is just doing a whole bunch of stuff, cheating, and it's like that kind of upsets me, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get off.
Okay. So
what you think?
As a gamer that grew up in, I guess, the modern generation, guess what? We got. I know. I grew up in the League chat. Oh my god.
Okay.
If you want to know about
you got credit. You gotta prove that to me.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're about to say. I know about League. I know it's very toxic, but so what I was gonna say to you, I know you were gonna say that. So my rebuttal was gonna be, I actually, when I play Call of Duty, I turn off voice chat, so I don't hear anybody.
So I'm guessing it's like is it the other player or is it the game?
I'm talking about in the actual game. Like you can actively tell when people are cheating. I'm like,
so
why is he like snapping like that?
So, okay, here's one thing. I heavily played Apex. So when I was in college, Apex was my go-to game. I have like 700 hours on Apex alone, on PC. And nowadays, if you don't know, Apex has become a hacker-infested.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't play it anymore.
Yeah, I can't play it. Like, I literally cannot play it. So I totally understand what you're saying. Like, you get furious because you're fighting someone, right? You 1v1. It's down to the last one, and you see him, and he's not even looking at you.
Yep.
Sir, he's not. And you're like, why am I playing this game?
Yep.
Okay, got you.
Right? So I totally understand what you're saying from that perspective. I totally understand. And so you know what I did? What? I uninstalled that game immediately. That's what I did. And you know what? You know what I played afterwards? Balatro.
Animal Crossing.
Balatro.
Sponsored. No, not really. But,
sponsored by Balatro.
But
that's funny.
But I know I've had days where I just don't want to play games. Like today, I was like, maybe I play Path of Exiles 2. No plug, but great game. Maybe I'll play Path of Exiles 2.
I'll be playing it soon.
Yeah. But it just sometimes it gets. I understand what you mean. It gets a little bit tedious, right?
I mean,
you're playing all day. So I
would imagine that you'd have different games for different situations. Like a game that helps you relax.
Honestly, bro.
A games when you want to, because Balatro is like my mindless game.
Oh.
I can just do that and just whatever. Go Joker here, card here. Because I came up playing solitaire on the computer, so it's not really that big of a step. But if I want action, I go into Call of Duty and kill zombies.
Yeah, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How old do you think Mr. Harris is?
Really, this is not a topic. This is not a topic.
No, that's a great question. Okay,
No, I know it's not a topic.
Hold up. Let me do some. Let me do
This
some.
better get cut out on the fight.
Let me do some math real quick. Okay, so I know he's older than to that. So at least 20, at least 24, right?
Okay.
Yeah, military. So 20 years, right? At least.
So he has to be at least 40, right?
At least 40. Right then and there. Okay.
We don't have to go any further. So he's at least 40. We can go with that.
Yeah.
How old do you think I am?
12.
12, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna guess that you're in your.
I'm gonna say grown.
I'm guessing you're in your 30s.
Okay.
Right?
I am 37 years old.
Yeah.
This wonderful human being over here is over 40, right?
Yeah. Over 40. That's cool.
We're just going to go over 40. Mr. Harris.
Kill me.
No, he's trying to kill you. I like how Mr. Harris always looks over at me when he's talking about something from back in the days. He's like, yeah, I came up on solitaire. I'm like, brother, I came up on solitaire too. We was right there.
But so,
We was playing
okay,
Snake.
now I get what you're saying. Okay. Play what you doing. Okay.
Hey, I played Frogger. I had Frogger on the phone.
But yeah, like I said, I have different games for different situations. Like when I want to, when I want to sometimes I just want to shoot some zombies.
Yeah.
And just see how high I can go with that. And I don't need anybody. I can play that one solo. It's nice to have people in it, but sometimes you don't even want to be bothered with people. People can make you not want to.
So
Yeah, sometimes I don't even want that. I just go in.
yeah, I think I'm gonna take that advice because I actually don't have. I personally don't have any differentiating games. I haven't had any time to invest to be like, hey, let me check out my game library.
I don't even really. It wasn't even that. It's just
crazy.
Stop it. Anyway, it's not that. It's just like I said. It just. I think that maybe situational gaming might help.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have to find. I feel
situational
like I
gaming
have
might
to
help.
find that medium or that niche that actually, like playing Call of Duty helps me to
And
escape.
if you
But
get
it's
tired
like,
of all that, just play Metaphor.
yeah,
Shameless plug.
Oh, Metaphor, great game.
I have no clue what
Beat
Metaphor
it.
is.
Yes, we need him.
Do you play single player games a lot?
Okay, so all right, we're gonna get into this. Are we really gonna do
Yeah,
this?
we might as well. We already
right.
hour in. I mean,
All right, cool. So listen, back in the days when
Oh,
I came,
God.
Lord.
See,
when
he
I
can only say that to
came
me.
up- When
He
I
can't say that
came
to
up
him.
as a youngin, back in the days when I did not pay for software.
A youngin.
Yes, as a youngin.
Yeah.
As an adult, I paid for software. But as a youngin, I didn't.
He was a pirate.
I didn't have the money. Like, come on, people.
Hey, I had an eye patch at one time.
Everybody had an eye patch, and
I
so
don't know what you're talking about. I have never had an eye patch ever. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hello, FBI.
hello CIA,
I don't know what you're talking about. I have been
hello Vietnamese government.
Go.
eye patch. What? What you mean?
But no, so
yeah.
like back in the days when I was growing up, I didn't have the money to, so I would just pirate games,
Everybody was like that.
and I would pirate the games, and I would just always play like single player games. I honestly and truly did not start playing multiplayer games with friends until COVID.
Okay, yeah, well, that would do it. That sounds about right.
Actually, me as well. So, growing up, I really didn't have computers, right? So I had to do some stuff the other ways. But phones, you can do anything with the phone. Not gonna get into that. But I didn't really get started into like PC and multiplayer games until, like you said, COVID. Because I still remember 2020 spring break when that happened. No one went to school. No one went back to school. I don't know why you showing him that, sir.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'll put the picture in.
No, you don't need to put the
in.
picture.
I
You
want
don't need to put the picture.
Right there,
Well,
Yeah.
shameless plug.
Slide over.
Yeah.
We will have to put the picture in
No, not yet.
because they're gonna go to.
No, they don't need to know.
They need to know. They need to know.
You guys don't need to know who I am, okay? At all.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get into like multiplayer games until COVID. And I remember the first game we got multiplayer was Terraria. It was Terraria.
Okay, I remember that.
Oh my god, I love Terraria. Probably one of my favorite games of all time. You know what Terraria is?
Terraria. I don't think.
Think about Minecraft
yeah.
but 2D.
Yeah. So yeah, because I didn't know about it either till my grandson
Yes.
showed it to me. I
So
didn't know nothing about it.
Terraria, probably
I
my
just dated
favorite
myself
game
right
of
there.
all time.
But yeah.
Like actually, it's in my top 3 games of all time. It's Cyberpunk, Terraria, and I don't know. My game is
I think that
weird.
sounds like a whole nother podcast. Your top 3 games or whatever.
Yeah,
We could definitely go into that.
But it's really interesting because single player games. And nowadays, I love single player games.
So
Because
have you played
I
Black
need to
Myth
get out.
Wukong?
I don't even own it.
Really great game.
Sir.
No,
I
no,
wasn't
no.
gonna play it.
No,
I
guys,
was not
guys.
even gonna play it.
Listen, no, guys. Seriously,
Uh huh.
next week.
I mean, I understand that. It's holidays.
Yeah.
I don't know about see y'all haven't advanced to this particular portion of life yet.
I don't know
So
about advanced.
when all of your relatives are over and getting on your nerves, there's gonna come that point where you get up and go to another room, and you do this right here.
Ain't lying.
And lock.
Oh yes, sir. And that's exactly because because you know how folks bring their drama with them.
Yeah.
They won't leave it at the door. They bring it with them.
Yeah.
So you have to
So you have to
Decompress.
leave the drama.
you have to
Yeah, you have
decompress.
to. You have to.
And everybody has a different way.
Yeah.
Some people play music. Some people hey,
Dang. I know.
might be like endless rounds of Balatro. I don't know. Whatever I need to do. But yeah, you got to decompress. You can't just. And the holidays is already bad. And like I said, you got to have some way to relieve stress.
Yep.
You have to. You got life. You got work. You got family stuff. So you have to have something to balance all of that. So I think that's what the gaming thing is for us. A coping mechanism. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Helps us to cope.
Life is like a truck.
Oh, okay.
Hits you bad sometimes. It's what it is. It's what it is.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I think we're at a good point to close this thing out.
Mhm.
And we thank you for joining us.
Oh.
And we look forward to sharing, some more of our experiences, okay, with both tech and gaming. And here at DSDT. And we ask you to tune in next time to Texas Tech Talk.